Because you were asking me, you just mentioned something. I was like, let me make sure I get my actual thoughts on this. You said it's $200 too much to spend on a first date.
I said no.
And you say no. On a traditional first date, it's, what your reasons are.
Man, if I'm going to take a girl out, traditional dating, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's dressing up, I'm dressing up.
Right.
I'm spending $100 on drinking.
Okay,
$100 or $50 on food and $50 on tipping.
Yeah.
$200.
$200. Well,
that's not even counting parking.
I don't disagree with you. I actually think $200 is maybe kind of cheap for a first date in Houston.
Well, I'm saying.
No, I'm saying you're right though.
But there's a video out right now about a lady saying $200 and men are getting mad that that's too much. I'm like, no.
No, I'll put it to you like this. It's your first date. You're trying to make a good impression. And you're not trying to, I'm not trying to prove to you I have anything or don't have anything. But if I'm going to plan a date with you, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it and be broke at the time. I'm not going to try to date you while I don't have the financial means to date you, where $200, $300 is actually hurting me. Because I don't need to be dating someone if that hurts. I need to be getting myself together.
Well, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Is $200, $300 on one date. Well, if it's your first date, I'm not saying do it every fucking
No, not every time.
Because this is traditional
dating. Like if you're...
This is traditional dating. You're not dating 12 women in one day.
If I've met you and we've had a lot of conversations on the phone, and stuff like that, it's time to stay this first date, and I'm taking you seriously. $200 is nothing.
Yeah.
Because it's an investment in the night, in a great memory. It's an investment in the future. So yes, I want to go somewhere. I want to put on something nice. I want to go somewhere nice. I want to go somewhere where we can both have either a new experience or a place I've been before where I know it's a good experience. Because I want that first night to be memorable because I'm taking you seriously. And when we have our story of our first date, I don't want to be like, oh, I went to McDonald's and there's nothing wrong with that. But at this era, this place in our lives,
I also think it depends on your age too.
It depends on your age. Like I'm not 21, obviously.
If I was 15, 16,
it's different.
Because that's when I took my wife on the first date.
Yeah, you've been together forever.
But I took her to a Mexican restaurant,
right?
And it still cost me $40.
I feel like I said, if $200 is a lot for you to be dating, and if you're dating with intention, not dating to have sex. If dating to have sex, then that's a little different. There's a whole different video for that, whole different conversation. If you're dating with intention, dating and trying to get to know someone, dating to try to establish a lifestyle with someone, then yeah, spend the money, go somewhere nice, dress nice, go somewhere we gotta pay to park, or even if you don't pay to park, just go somewhere, show that woman or that man an amazing time and show them what life could be like. And again, not all the time, because that's ridiculous to spend thousands of dollars on dating once you've gotten to know someone. But the first time is special.
Well, remember, I'm saying traditional.
Traditional. That's what I'm saying. Traditional. When I say traditional, that's how I classify it. Traditional means you're dating with intention.
So if you're dating for intention, $200 is not.
It's an investment in the future because if you really think about it, you're going to spend
the rest
of your life with that person potentially. That's what this is. This is almost a business meeting. Almost a planning meeting. You're really getting
you're selling yourself the first day.
I'm selling the Sage experience to this woman, and that experience isn't going to be, us doing something cheap because I don't go outside a lot. So when I do go outside, I like it to be decent.
Like how I take my wife out.
Yeah.
Like I take my wife out a lot.
Right.
It's not cheap to take them to do these things.
And people will say it's because you're married, and I say no. That's when you're supposed to have better dating. The reason why I'm not married anymore is because that means I'm single. The reason I'm not married anymore is because I forgot the part of continuing to court my lady after I got her. And she'll tell you.
Well, it's the dating, raising kids.
Yeah. You forget that part.
You get busy, and then they lose each other. And the whole point is y'all supposed to do everything together.
Right.
And sometimes y'all both hyper focus on one thing and another, and it just
Yeah, so
Shit happens.
so that expands. So this conversation has expanded from the first date to keeping the woman that you're with, and when you start to forget to date the person that you're with, then you need to reevaluate, find that time and that energy, and date your wife or your husband like it's the first time all over again. Once a month, take her on the first date. And even when you're in a couple, in a relationship, like when I'm dating with intention, I want to make every time we go outside special because I work a lot. And you know, life is life. If I have enough time to go on a date every night, then I'm not doing something in my life. Because I feel like if you have that kind of time, if I have that kind of time, then I have too much free time on my hands. I could be doing something else to further myself and further my life. So that's where we're going with this. I agree, $200 is nothing. It's a good number to start with, or it's a great number to be at. But don't go cheap on your first date if you want to be with this woman for a long time, or a man for a long time. You know, because
You know why? Because I think they've been listening to the angry people and
you talking about like the alpha males?
Yeah, I mean like
that don't spend money and don't look. Relationships used to last forever.
it's traditional dating, modern dating, whatever dating y'all do, y'all have to determine. If you're modern dating, that's when the cheap come out because you're dating like 12 girls at one time. That's where I see wives that understand.
There was a time in my life where I was dating without intention.
Yeah.
I was dating for other reasons, and the reason wasn't to get to know that person. The reason was to get to know that person in a more physical manner. We'll say that to keep it PG. And $200 was unheard of, unreasonable, because I'm not spending that kind of money on someone that I don't want to spend more than a night or two with.
That's modern
But
dating.
now that I've gotten through that era in my life to the point where I do want to have a person, when I am out with a person who, because I'm not even going to go out unless I consider you a person who I can be with for the rest of my life. So when I meet that person or I'm with that person, I want them to have a great time because I'm not always home. I'm not always available. So when I give my time to that person and I work my ass off, they deserve to see the fruits of that particular labor. That's just me. Right?
That's how it is.
That's how it is.
All right, peace. Subscribe.
Like, subscribe, hate, subscribe. Just if you comment what you think a good number is on the first date. Like, I want to know. And not a first date where you're trying to smash. A first date where you're really trying to get to know somebody.
A traditional
A traditional date. Dinner and a movie, stuff like that.